Phil thinks he can just cut us off now. We've given him how much power? This is the power of the click.
I'm more impressed that he knew how to with all the chords and the buttons that are going on over there. So I say if he knows how to cut us off, he should have the right to do so. I'm pro Phil.
Well, and now that's unacceptable. Next on Ugly Thirds. Oh my God. You're pro Phil? You're sure you're pro Phil?
Oh, well, welcome back.
You show us in Worcester?
Worcester.
I looked terrible in that picture.
I didn't look that bad. Little. No, I did look bad. Okay, anyways. Welcome back. I'm exhausted. Welcome back to part 2 of this episode, and we are gonna cut it back to Nick as he explains more about his beer league.
All right. Yeah. No. This is absolutely the Sabres look.
There it is.
Womp womp womp.
Now we were discussing because the lighting is bad. Lighting is bad. I wasn't able to identify it.
Oh, right. No, he wasn't feeling it. His Mercury is in retrograde.
So we have a first year look and then a sharp turn in the second year. I don't know what this slide deck looks like. So are we headed towards something different?
Let's look at the current look where they are now.
Okay.
And that's the one with the one you told me to skip, correct?
It's you are at the one where it says Milkmen current look. Milkmen current set.
With several of the set, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this.
No.
That's what you took.
You had one job, Phil. Decipher this
one.
You told me I was on the right one.
Keep further. No,
You
well, I mean,
told
okay, I see what you did there. We can come back to that one at the end. But no, go to the current set. Keep skip way down the slide deck. The flashing is fantastic.
Without the aggressiveness on the arrow key.
He could have said go down to...
I thought I did.
I love what you did with the number kit.
The drop shadow?
Yeah.
The shadow?
I had mixed feelings, so I'm glad you say that.
I love it. It doesn't match the classiness of it, but I do love a drop shadow.
Well, see, there were like... There's a lot of I don't know if that's considered I'm gonna forget the architectural not Beaux-Arts, but like it's similar the 20s look, whereas all these it's gonna come to me at some point. All these weird
It's literally
things,
not going to come to any of us, so it better come to you. Like, nobody knows what you're talking about.
There's a lot of weird Art Deco, thank you, that's what I was looking for. Art Deco things that were happening where you add these things. The Washington Senators had a random drop shadow for a while in the 40s. So, like, it does kind of match the whole aesthetic. It reminds me of something out of the 40s. Like, it's a war era. Like you got like Spitfires flying overhead, sell war bonds look, and I love it. So, and these are by Hawkey Beast, and I'm not familiar with them.
So you switched around.
Actually, interesting. We found out about them is mainly because one of the players on a different team, they own the company.
Oh,
and
nice.
She basically helps teams get jerseys that they want ordered, and that's pretty much how we ended up switching to them.
Is what inspired the drop shadow? Like, was it something that you toyed with originally and then backed away from, or was it just a complete shot in the dark?
The original set, we were thinking about going to drop shadow on the original set of jerseys. We decided against it because it just didn't seem right. Then the second set, they were toying with the drop shadow as well, and well, it didn't look right on that jersey. And then we went ahead and made a new set, and they said, let's try the drop shadow again and see how it will look. I personally think it looks a little bit too much. It doesn't really fit, but I think it works well with how these jerseys did turn out. But for the most part, I think on the navy blue jersey or home jersey, the drop shadow works much better than on the
100%.
cream
Yeah.
jersey, where the cream jersey you have a navy number on top of a maroon drop shadow. It just doesn't read as well.
It's a cream
personally
jersey
thought
because they're milkmen. You
Maybe
get
if
it?
we didn't go a drop shadow, it would look much cleaner and more like the original set. But I'm more on the indifferent side. A couple of the guys are Ranger fans, so that's mainly where they were like, "Can we try a drop shadow?" And I was like, "Okay, well, let's try it, see how it looks."
I very much had the same. My initial thought process was like, it looks great on the blue.
It looks amazing on the blue. You might need to tinker either a white stroke in between the two, in between the blue and the maroon, or you might even white numbers. It might be a thick enough drop shadow to work to have white numbers. Maybe a blue drop. Like, you just got to play with your combinations there. It would work. It functions as it is, but I bet there's a way it looks phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So over the course of 3 seasons ish, you've had 3 different looks from 3 different manufacturers. Which one has been your personal favorite, and which manufacturer have you felt like it's been the easiest to work with?
I would say the current set would be my favorite set to wear.
Yeah.
They're the lightest weight
matters.
jerseys we've had. I also like the fact with our collar on these, they ended up putting the that was a Hawkey Beast's idea by
Next
going
slide.
with the cow as the collar effect on the instead of like almost where the NHL shield is. We put a cow up there and kind of gave it that kind of detail. I just thought it was we were able to do more with Hawkey Beast, and currently we're in discussions on potentially putting together a 3rd jersey.
Okay, so let's get down to that, because you have some things in between, and I'm not going to make Phil jump more through the hoops. Everyone hear that sigh? All right, go ahead. Click through the slides. Let's address those before we look at 3rd. There's your closeout, and on the blue, the numbers are phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal, and it works on the white. But I'm curious, a white stroke might be all you need. Next.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Whenever you do them again, I wouldn't replace them. I wouldn't rush. Oh, I love the red outline on that logo.
That was another thing Hawkey Beast put together. They actually said, "Do you guys want us to add you like a little bit of a stroke to give it more contrast on the cream jersey from it looking?" And I was like, "Let's give it a try, see what it can look like." And they ended up putting that maroon stroke around the roundel and text, and I thought it worked out perfectly. And that's where we went with that.
Excellent. Next.
Oh, I love that. It's so much fun. Like, honestly, it's so much fun.
Next. This is like, and you might have to go with it without him on the screen. This is your next level stuff. This is above and beyond. You have helmet decals first off.
You gotta be kidding me.
And then the game award. You alluded to it early on.
Yeah, I alluded to this earlier back when we were talking about the secondary logo. I had this thing hand done, and now it's been our game award every game, even if we lose. Granted, we're 1-7 this season, so it's not been a great year.
Everyone
for us,
starts somewhere.
but we still give it out, even if out of tongue-in-cheek, it's kind of a fun type of in-game kind of joke between the guys in the locker room.
It's this, and we've been lucky. The first 2 segments that we've done, we've seen like some serious class acts.
Oh, yeah.
Like the Community of the Zombies and like the little game award, small
Helmet
touches.
decals.
Honestly, though, like the fact that people take it this seriously and you have this much fun with it, and most importantly, you don't take yourselves too seriously. It's just one of those things that makes, I imagine, going to the rink and going in 1-8, all the more palatable. Like, we look good, we're gonna have fun. Somebody's getting this milk carton award at the
Right.
end. Like, come on.
And then you're even looking at a third jersey. Phil, that's the next slide.
I have some thoughts, but hey, that's not what I thought at all. That's classy.
It comes off as Oilers, but it's what, Old Devils?
Old Devils template where I went with this one. It sounds like we are going to get this thing put together and put on our team shop when it comes together. I was like, if we're going with a third jersey, we gotta do the burgundy as the main color.
For
this
sure.
is what I was wanting to do from day one, like the maroonish burgundy as the main color of the jersey. And now we're getting a third jersey, and it's, in my opinion, I personally would take the burgundy over the navy blue any day. And for this one, we're not going with the drop shadow on the numbers. I think it doesn't need it.
Yeah,
It'd be
just
one
works
too many
all
bumper
together.
stickers. Yeah.
I'm gonna throw it out there. This is the perfect home road and third combination. It's not off brand for you guys. It still maintains the integrity of the look that you entered the league with. But it's super sharp. I might be leaning in your direction. Like, this would be an awesome home, like a primary home, and move that blue to the third slot. Like, that's cool.
If I may throw in my nitpick, and again, if you get to one of those things where my rule of thumb is if you're getting this into the weeds, you're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Because I always find something to complain about. It's me. I think you need one more little white stripe south of the blue stripe for the symmetry. 'Cause, I mean, the Devils, it was much more evenly spaced, those two stripes, and you kind of have. But I think, anyways, I think it'd be just that one stripe would help. But that's my thing.
It's always something with you.
Right? I'm curious if that third jersey comes out and is well received, what a white version would look like. I think the fourth iteration might look with that red home and that Devil's base. It's good look. It's a good look.
I love the fact that you are a hockey person designing a hockey jersey, and not just some person who's getting into this for the first time and who has no experience with hockey aesthetics.
Oh,
and
they're
things
making
like
a
that.
football looking thing, or
Right.
it's it looks
Right.
cool. It's got stripes. It's zigzags and like speed. So
I love it.
if we could, remember the slide that I said we skipped, and then then you went and didn't skip, and then can we go to that slide?
What?
The slide with all the jerseys.
He
I
could
should've moved that
If
to
you,
the end.
if
He
you
could've
wanted
said
that at
at
the
beginning.
end, you should have put it
I
at.
should have
The end.
tinkered with it. I didn't think we've never done a zoom. So here we have the entire history. You can see the white changes, swaps the blue and the maroon, burgundy, whatever. But otherwise, it's very consistent. You made your Rangers foray, and I think you decided, nah, you're good. And yeah, it's a good look.
It is a
look.
good look. It's well designed. It's well thought out. You guys have got a lot to be proud of. This is, despite being 1-8, you're probably the best looking team on the ice. So take that with you.
Look good, play good. That's all that matters. So
We only go out there to have fun, and that's basically hockey. If
that's
you
the
aren't
point
having
of it.
fun, you aren't playing hockey,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Okay, so you're a Blackhawks guy. We'll round out this whole segment with kind of playing into how you got into hockey. Why the Blackhawks? If you're based out of St. Louis.
It's pretty much I grew up being a Blackhawk fan because my family are all from the Chicago area. They basically made me grow into being a Blackhawk fan, such as being a Cub fan. It kind of has to go that way when it comes to being a Chicago sports fan, even though being a Chicago sports fan lately has been pretty bad.
Has its moment. At least you're not a White Sox fan. We'll leave it at
Oh,
that.
yeah, thank God I'm not a White Sox fan.
But by the glory of
All right.
God, I'm not a White Sox fan. That's fantastic.
So through the family, that's question 1 of our 6-pack. Question 2.
6-pack?
Yeah, we're doing 6. Question 2. Seeing Jonathan Taves, your inspiration for getting into the game of hockey, like it paralleled his career. Seeing him in a Winnipeg jersey, what does that do to you?
It's going to be weird. I made sure on my season ticket plan, Jonathan Taves' first game back to the United Center is going to be on my plan.
Smart.
I'm going to be there cheering him. I was at the final game of his Blackhawk career where he scored in it, and unfortunately the Hawks lost in overtime, but the United Center was something special that night for Jonathan Taves, as we all knew he was going out on his own terms. He was skating on the ice for the fans as well, because he just missed almost the final half of the season with long COVID, and it was working to come back to play in the final game of the season, to be up front of the fans, and the fans gave him the much well-deserved thank you he had at that final game.
Yeah, we had the pleasure of seeing him score a hat trick in person when we were in Chicago. It was a phenomenal game. Like, the experience in Chicago has been the best that we've been, for me at least.
Between the rink and the fans, it's an amazing. I love the United Center.
Now, do you guys remember what section you were sitting at in the United Center?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm pretty sure if we reached far enough, we could have hit the back wall. But we were on the side where they shot twice, just way up. I could probably go back and find the tickets if I put my mind to it. But it was incredible, because I'd never seen a Blackhawks game include the anthem before, but the fact that we're all applauding while this guy is singing, like, what a special thing. And then we left the game and went to the team store, which is 6 times the size of the team store at Buffalo's rink. Like, you could tell that they took the money that they earned for those Stanley Cups and put it right back into the community, which is awesome.
Team store in the United Center opened up right before the NHL draft in 2017. When they had the atrium opened up right before the NHL draft that year, and that's when that team store got put in.
Nice. Question 3. How many Blackhawks jerseys do you have?
Oh, God.
Yeah, I think he needs a spreadsheet.
Ooh, you better get this
I
catalog.
have a spreadsheet. I think it's probably well over 100 at this point, and
Nice,
I'm
boy.
now having to get a Centennial jersey. So.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Favorite Blackhawks jersey?
It has to be the Black Third from 96 to 2009. I've always been a fan of that jersey. My first ever jersey was a Jonathan Taves youth size black jersey for my parents, and it just became my favorite all time. Now I have a Reebok Edge 1.0, which is the on-ice authentic in that, with Jonathan Taves on it.
Excellent.
And soon that jersey hopefully is coming back. It sounds like relatively sooner rather than later. It will return maybe this season, but I would have to go with the black jersey.
Okay. I got a Patty Lalim in that one. It's nice. Very, very classy. What is the best place to get deep dish pizza in Chicago?
Asking the wrong guy there, because I don't like deep dish.
Oh! Phil, cut it. We can cut this, right? Like,
the thing is, I'm more a thin crust guy, which is actually the more traditional Chicago style pizza. If you talk to anyone from Chicago, they say tavern style pizza is
Oh,
the real
interesting.
pizza versus deep dish, which is for tourists.
That is some
We've been
hot
had. That's a
insight.
hot take. Look at that. In the 88th minute of this episode, we get the breaking news.
We get the most important piece
Right,
of information.
buried the
this
lead on
evening.
that one.
Wow. Okay. Last question for you. Have you ever been to another rink outside of Chicago?
Well, I live 20
St. Louis.
minutes away from Enterprise Center in St. Louis. Oh, yeah.
Anything
That's
outside of Enterprise, though?
Between Enterprise and United Center, I'm taking the United Center
Oh.
all day because the United Center, you have a much more into it atmosphere. Whenever I go to a game in Enterprise, it feels kind of dead at points. I went to a game this year where I was able to buy tickets to see Connor McDavid in St. Louis for $2, 5 rows from the glass. And I was like, okay, how? I'm like, how? You can't do that in Chicago.
That's why they rebranded.
Versus in St. Louis, you could
They
go
need
to a
that money.
game the day of. You could buy a ticket and for $2 and go to a game sometimes.
That's good to know. Like if you're not looking to make that 4-hour drive, you can get your fix for $2 and call it an evening. That's
Look, I know my only question. How do you take your hot dogs?
Well, I don't get much on them actually. I don't do ketchup.
That's the way. That's the answer that matters.
Well, that's a Chicago thing. You don't do ketchup on hot dogs.
It's a
That
sin.
doesn't exist.
we've
Sport peppers, yay or nay?
I'm not a pepper guy, but
Okay.
knowing a lot of people there, they do love it on their
peppers.
those Chardonnay peppers that you could get for your Italian beef or stuff like that. You can get whatever.
We've learned something. We got to go back to Chicago.
Oh, that's been on my list for a while. I got to do Wrigley. So, thank you so much, Nick,
yeah,
for
this
coming.
has been great.
This
Thank
has
you.
been a great episode. Really enjoyed it, and thank you for sharing your team. You guys get the Ugly Third seal of approval. I was going to put a thing together, but someday we'll send you a certificate or whatever. But hey, it's been great having you on. Windy City Hawkey, check them out. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for contributing. This has been phenomenal.
Thanks for having me. I enjoyed it.
If you want to get your chance on here, Phil, one more slide.
There's another slide.
You mean at the very end?
The
so
very
you can
end
say-
slide.
Not
The
not in
end
the middle,
slide.
not the first quarter of this. You know.
No. Let's go to the 18th slide, then the 6th. Can you?
Can you give me a moment?
He was chirping, then he couldn't. So you got the email or on the Instagram. Manage that. So send away. Would love to get you on. Beer League Beauties. This is phenomenal, and I want to see. Let's showcase the great things that are happening around this continent in hockey. So, for Nick, he's Shrems. I'm John. Phil, take us out.
Fix this. I did fix this camera. Okay. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Ring the bell to get notifications for another episode. And I forgot my word.
He complains so much.
Well, this is coming out of your pay, is what it is.
We get paid. Come back for another episode of Ugly Thirds.
Look, it's a tough line. That's a very tough line. He's only done it 4 or 5 times, so.